A wig has to sit. It's hard to explain, but if you wear wigs, you know that, at least for me, the first day, it's like, but then the second and third day is when it's like, oh, this wig is fire. Because it has to sit for a while, marinate, and get all, you know, good.
Dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up of gas.
What's up, you guys? I am here. You see me? Okay. This color, this hair, this everything, this vibe, I'm with it. Like, I am in love. I am in love. I could be doing the most, but that like dark shadow in front of my frontal is irking my nerves, and that is basically just excess glue. So I'm so mad I'm seeing this post recording, but bear with me, guys, because the slay was real. I cleaned it up after, so I'll show y'all pictures. I put up this picture yesterday, and I think this was the quickest that my likes were skyrocketing. Like, it was crazy. This is pretty much going to be a debut, and also like some little hacks and tips and tricks that I could suggest after doing the watercolor method for the first time, and ways to, I guess, fix mistakes, because I'm not a professional. I did not go to school for any of this stuff. I just learned. I watched YouTube tutorials same way that you guys did, and I've just been learning through trial and error. So first things first, let's talk about the hair. So the hair I am wearing is from her hair company. I know it may be early, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. I feel that this is probably the best blonde hair I've ever had. And you guys know I've been wearing blonde hair for a minute. So, yeah. The hair is legit like silk. I barely got shedding. And you guys know that was a very big issue when I did my gray hair. I legit pulled out like a whole extra wig just based off hair that had shedded. So that was very big for me. And I'm running my hands through it. It holds a curl. I'm even going to straighten this eventually, because when I first did the wig before I added curls to it, it was just straight and it looked so nice. I could put a picture of it from my Snapchat somewhere on the screen. But the hair, this is the Eurasian hair. I have a 16-inch frontal, 18-inch bundle, 20-inch, 22, and 22-inch. So I used all four just because I wanted it to be full. And remember, I showed you guys that the ends were all even. So that also added to the fullness, I feel, because it wasn't like thin bundles at all. This is how it looks like. It's just bouncy. It's just, I'm just in love. It's just everything. Definitely be sure to check out her hair company on Instagram. Check out their website. This Eurasian hair is it. Yo, I just really wish, her hair company, I really wish you guys sold wigs. Like, if you guys sold whole units, like 613 units, y'all would be out here. 1-800 out here. I just wanted to go through a couple of hacks that I discovered upon trial and error. If you guys do the watercolor method and after, once making your wig and stuff, you notice a couple of mistakes, like for example, my mistake was when I dunked the hair into the water, I left the gold band, like the bands that they wrap the bundles in, I left that on it. So when I dunked it, obviously those areas with the tight rope are not going to get the dye. So now when I'm making the wig, I'm seeing all these light 613 spots, and like they got some of the dye because it was obviously in water, but it wasn't like the rest. I had to go back in and I was like, all right, if the watercolor method was basically me dipping the hair into hot water that had dye in it, what if I was to add it into a spray bottle and just do like little touch-ups, right? Because I didn't want to have to like go ahead and apply dye and then wash the whole wig, wait for it to dry, restyle, all that. I did not want to do all that. So y'all are probably gonna laugh at this, but I had a little spray bottle in here and I boiled some water. I poured the hot water into a little spray bottle. You can see that the spray bottle is now altered in size because the hot water melted it a little bit. I went ahead and I put some drips of the aquamarine dye because I don't want it to be like the cobalt dye and then it looks patchy and weird. So I went ahead and dripped a couple drops of the aquamarine dye and like 1 drop of cobalt blue. I did like a test, so I would like spray it onto a tissue like this just to see the way that the color came out. I didn't have to do much. I just sprayed it, touched it up, and then I went ahead and let it dry. If you don't understand what I'm saying, like explain it, it might be easier for me to show you guys. If you guys want to see a video of me doing like the actual hacks, then let me know. But so this was one of them. So this came in very handy. So now like you don't see any light spots. I'm going to show you guys the original video with the light spots and stuff, just so that you guys can see the difference and really see that that shit worked. So that was one. There's been so much trends on YouTube, like from people using so many different things to apply their foundation. But do you guys remember when that brush that you hold and like go like that was a thing? Like I don't even know why I'm doing that, because I have the brush in my hand. I'm bugging. But this was that brush, and people used to like go on here and apply their makeup like this, and I was just like, wait a second. If you have to apply makeup to your frontal, like, so this was the first time I ever did a frontal with no roots, so obviously there were some like tricks that I had to do, because I don't wear caps under my wig. So let's say I had to apply some powder to my lace, I would use this, dip it in the powder, and then do this. So in the midst of me doing that, I would go like this, and it would also act as like a way to kind of keep the baby hairs on the frontal under control. It's a softer brush and it has a handle, so I feel like you can gauge how much product you want to use, how hard you want to tap it in there, if you want to go back in. Like, I just feel like it's easier to use this brush. Honestly, it's just applying makeup on your frontal with just a different makeup brush than the brush that people normally use. I just haven't seen anybody use this, so I'm just going to let you guys know that I feel like this is the best way to apply it. Another thing that I used this for was applying the lace tint. Now, the lace tint I've been using is the medium brown from Tailored Crowns. At first I was like, I thought that it was gonna be lighter than that. Oh, yikes. So at first I thought it was gonna be lighter than what it was. So let me just show you guys what this looks like. This is the medium brown. So that's one coat, but you're supposed to go back in with multiple coats. So that'll be the first one. You wait for it to dry and you go back in. You keep going and it colors the lace. Let's say I didn't add enough lace tint prior to me putting it on. Then I'm kind of assed out. So I've just been using this to touch it up if needed. Because yesterday the lace was a little lighter because that was like my first time wearing it. And I don't know if it's just me. I know it's not just me because me and my best friend spoke about this. But once you're wearing a wig, you got to let it sit. Like, it has to sit before it actually, like, you know, like a wig has to sit. It's hard to explain, but if you wear wigs, you know that, at least for me, the first day it's like, but then the second and third day is when it's like, oh, this wig is fire. Because it has to sit for a while, marinate, and get all, you know, good. I'm, again, not a professional. And when you're like plucking, I sometimes go a little too pluck crazy. So I was going a little too pluck crazy with this unit. And I had to hold myself back because I noticed that when I like tried it on, I was like, oh, hold up, you wild out just now, sis. So I don't want to look like a bald duck. But of course I did overpluck a little bit in like one of these parts. So what I've been doing is using the smaller version to that makeup brush that I just showed you guys. This is just a smaller version of that. And I've also been using the Electric Eel eyeshadow from MAC, and I've just been like tapping it, and then like I would go in to kind of just add a couple of, just to add some, you know, color to it so it could look a little bit more full, you know, fix any mishap or up in my roots or anywhere in my unit. I used both the bold hold and the lace grip. I used both. So I went in first with the bold hold, made it get tacky. Then the second layer for me was the lace grip. Used both, and so far sis is sturdy. Sturdier than 2 milli when he was milli rocking. I'm gonna let you guys know how long it lasts, because sometimes for me, like, I don't know if it's the chemistry, my body chemistry with those things, like it doesn't stick all the time for me. I don't know. Those are my hacks for you guys. So if you guys have any other questions on it, let me know. Everybody share the hacks that you know for frontals down below. I'm also gonna work on doing an updated, you know, frontal video or like a wig video, because the lace closure versus lace frontal video has been performing extremely well. And I made that video a very long time ago, and it's like now that people are starting to wear frontals and closures more frequently, that video was like picking up speed, and I'm like, oh shit, like I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, so if you guys love this hair, let me know. I love it. I love everything about it. Only thing I'm worried about is my outfits, because I really already love wearing all black, and I feel like when you have colored hair, it kind of messes with your fits a little bit. Again, this is the first time I've ever did a frontal with no root, so I'm learning as I'm going. And again, it's okay to make mistakes. I can show you guys some videos and some pictures of my frontals that I thought were sling, and they were not. From like a year ago, I look back at pictures and I was like, oh, Ciara, boo-boo. That wasn't it. It wasn't it. If you are not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, what? First of all, tell your mama, your daddy, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, mistress, side chick, sugar daddy, sugar mama, everybody. Everybody needs to be subscribed, because once they're subscribed, you're subscribed. Once everybody gets notified once I upload, we all slay together. That's the goal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting me for like over 4 years on YouTube. I love y'all. I will see you guys again next time. Bye.